Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. It is now less than 24 hours until the biggest game of our season. We are one win against Lyon away from a Champions League semi-final, the joint furthest we've ever reached in the UEFA Champions League, where we will face the winner of today's Barca versus Bayern match in the semi-final. Should we beat that, we'd make it to our first ever Champions League final. But yeah, today I'm going to be discussing the Lyon match. We're going to be previewing it, looking at how Lyon have gotten this season, what to expect from Lyon, how I think they're going to line up, and the same with City. Before we do get into today's video though, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe and turn notifications on if you haven't already. I will be live for the Lyon match watch along, so make sure to press the notification bell and you'll be notified the second I go live. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on into today's preview. So last season for them was this season for us. Lyon finished 7th in Ligue 1, meaning that they miss out on a European spot for the first time in over 20 years. So that's big for them, meaning tomorrow could be the last time Lyon play in Europe for however long, maybe one season, could be two, could be even more. They finished the season on 40 points, which I think is 9 points off 4th place, which is the Europa League in Ligue 1, as they have less spots than countries like us. They also did have 10 games to go. The league got cancelled, PSG given the league title due to the pandemic. So who knows, they could have done better, but they didn't. Just looking at now, since then they've played a few friendlies. They've beaten Nice, lost to Rangers, beaten Celtic, beaten Ghent, beaten Royal Antwerp, and then they played the Coupe de la Liga and the Champions League match against Juventus. They drew to PSG in the Coupe de Ligue, but lost on penalties to PSG. And obviously they lost 2-1 to Juventus in the Champions League, meaning they went for on away goals. So I know people are a bit concerned that they beat Juventus, and so, you know, we should definitely be scared of them. And I agree, we should be concerned for tomorrow. It's not going to be an easy game. However, they did lose to Juventus, and the other game was so many months ago, it's completely irrelevant in the form. So they did lose, didn't actually beat Juventus. In terms of our previous meetings, obviously last year in the group stages, we did face Lyon. We lost 2-1 in the home game when Mikel Arteta took over. We were 2-0 down at half time. Bernardo pulled one back. It was a really, really poor performance from City. And the second game was in France and we drew 2-2. We went behind 2 times though, and they were probably the better team. It was literally a corner and a free kick that sent us through, that drew us the game. They were the better team in probably both games, you'd say. And I think that could benefit us because it means we should definitely be switched on for tomorrow's game. In terms of players to watch, yes, they did come 7th in Ligue 1. They do have some very good players though. They got the likes of Maxwell Cornet, who scored an absolute screamer, I seem to recall, against us last time. Memphis Depay, we all know about Memphis Depay, ex-Man United. He's done very well at Lyon. And Hassim Aouar, someone we've heard plenty about in recent years. Been linked with a fair few times. But yeah, he's another one to watch out for. In terms of line-up for Lyon, I can see him line up for 4-5-1. I think they'll try and overload the midfield. They'll try and just bunch the game up and just try and break up our play as frequently as possible. So for their lineup, I have got goalkeeper, Portuguese goalkeeper, Lopez in goal. Marcel, Brazilian left-back and centre-back, with Marcelo, their Brazilian centre-back, and Jason Denayer, ex-Manchester City Academy player, as the 2 centre-backs. As a right-back, they've got plenty of options. They've got Tete, Rafael, the ex-Man United player, and Dubois, who plays as sort of a right wing-back against Juventus. I'm going to go with Tete for this one. I just feel like he's kind of got more about him than the rest in terms of dealing with the player we have on the left. I think he's a bit more defensive than the other two, so I think he might be a bit more solid in that sense. But in terms of that defence, it does lack a bit of pace. Zenayer's got a decent bit of pace, he's not that rapid. So that's definitely something we need to think about. They haven't really got any good defenders, so the likes of Sterling can hopefully get at them quite frequently. Obviously, since last time they lost to Ndombele, so their midfield is going to be a little bit weak this time. I've got them to go with Hassim Aouar and Maxence Kakare just sitting in front of Thiago Mendes, a player who had a very, very good season last year for Lyon. This was the season before last, but this year not so good. Out wide, I've got a feeling they will go with Maxwell Cornet and Memphis Depay. These were the areas we got caught out most last time we played them. A lot of their chances were coming from out wide. They could have scored plenty more. I remember Ederson had to make a few good saves. Laporte made a good block. Out wide, they do like to hit you, and they do like to then put the low ball into the box. Something we did struggle with the ball and behind last time, so something we do need to watch out for. And I reckon Moussa Dembele will lead the line ahead of Toko Ekambi due to his pace and decent finishing ability. So yeah, they've got a lot of pace in that front line, and that's something we're going to have to watch out for. Hopefully Depay will be left on the left-hand side, meaning he's on Walker's side, because I 100% have confidence in Walker to deal with him. Walker was excellent against Madrid, and I expect him to do the same against Lyon. Moving on to our team, I've obviously we will go with Edison in goal. That's the only real option we've got. Bravo, I'm not even sure if he's fit, but if he is, he'll obviously go Edison. Right back, like I just said, Walker. You can't go with anyone else at right back. Walker was so good against Madrid. I think he's probably one of the first names on the team sheet. Centre back, a position that's under much debate. Who would you go with? There's so many options. We've obviously got Laporte going to go there against his French counterparts. And then for the right side of centre back, you could go Garcia, Ferner, Otter or Stones. I think we go with Stones. Fernandinho looked alright against Madrid, but communication-wise, they didn't look close together. Garcia, not too confident against quick players. Players like Aubameyang, we saw tore them apart. It's against a quick team like these. And if they're putting balls in the box, we don't want a small player like Garcia. So I would go with John Stones, because the only other option other than Ferner and Garcia would be Otamendi, and he's just a liability at the back. Stones, he could make a mistake, we all know he could, but with Laporte, when he's fit, they're one of the best centre-back partnerships in world football. We just need to hope we get Stones on a good day. Left back, there's obviously Cancelo or Mendy. For this one, I think I'll go Cancelo. He's got more pace than Mendy. He's been playing very well recently. Obviously, I think he was at fault for the goal against Madrid, but on the whole, very decent. And I just feel like we need to try and stick to the similar back line as much as possible. But if he was to start Mendy, no complaints on my half. I think he's been alright so far since the restart. In the middle of the park, I can see him going with Gundogan, De Bruyne and Bernardo. I considered Rodri. I considered going Rodri and Gundogan, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think he'll try and attack today, because you'd expect us to have more of the ball and be more dominant than we were against Madrid. So I feel like it's a waste having two defensive players. And I just feel Pep will feel like Gundogan suits this game more. Personally, I would like to see Rodri, but I just see Pep going Gundogan. Bernardo obviously gives us that energy that no other midfielder does in our team. Obviously, he's been playing on the right quality this year, but I just want to see him in the middle. And then, obviously, De Bruyne partners him because it's Kev De Bruyne. He has to play for the rest of the Champions League. Moving out wide, obviously, the options are still quite high. Though I can see him obviously going with Sterling. Sterling's I'm pretty confident he's the most played player under Guardiola. He's a guarantee. And I've got Mahrez to play on the right-hand side. I'd like to see Foden, but personally, considering he didn't play Mahrez against Madrid, there's no way he'll drop in 2 games in a row. And obviously, leading the line, he's going to go with Gabby Jesus, the only striking option. Aguero isn't fit, most likely, for the rest of the Champions League season, so there's no way he's going to be playing. Me and Jesus is a guarantee. In terms of my score prediction for tomorrow's quarter-final, I'm going to say 1-1, goes to extra time, and we win the game 2-1. Goal scorers, I can see Depay scoring for them early on. I do think we'll come back into it though. Sort of around 60th minute, I can see Gabby Jesus bagging another goal and Sterling sending us through around the 116th minute of extra time. People are expecting us to steamroll Lyon. Personally, I'm not. But I do think we'll do the job. Hopefully, Barca can beat Bayern today. I think Barca's the easier draw out of Bayern and them. They've not been great recently. They were the second best team against Napoli. But I think Bayern will do the job today. Anyway, what do you guys think the score will be? Leave in the comments down below. To stay tuned for the live stream tomorrow at 7:45 p.m. British. And that's all from me. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to 10k. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Champions League quarter.